Hello and welcome. Dash Roth. This is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the PC. In our last episode, we infiltrated the retreats and took out Milo Nedic and his guards. And we've got, I think, 2 or 3. Yeah, we've gotten at least half of the microphones. So it looks like Doug is dirty. So we'll probably be confronting him. But we also need to get Abraham Zedich or whatever his name is. So let's get to it, shall we?
What's wrong with the lights? All clear.
Here we observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat. This voracious detrivore is considered by many to be simply a snail without a shell. Here we observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat. This voracious detrivore is considered by many to be simply a snail without a shell. Observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat. This voracious detrivore is considered by many to be simply a snail without a shell. Nothing could be further from the truth. The juggernaut-like forward motion of the North American tree slug, in the absence of his natural predators, is truly terrifying to behold. Many an entomologist, ignorant of the raw animal power of the slug, has awoken in his tent to find his rare lichen samples partially devoured in only a few short hours. more kinds of slug. All around us. Everywhere.
Damn.
This voracious detrivore is considered by many to be simply a snail without a shell. Here we observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat.
Aw, look. They're so cute together. Alright, so that's done.
Here we observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat.
What the hell was that? More? Now I'm sure something's going on. Okay, you're getting rattled. Just forget it. Forget it. I don't want to find anything anyway. Nothing here. Damn it! What was that?
Can't wait, he was down there.
Nothing. Better that way. There.
Fisher, satellite imaging shows you're nearing some kind of tea house.
Zerkezi's inside?
That's our best guess. Gather as much info as you can before making your move. We might only get one shot at this.
Okay, so I tried different varying ways to save the guy. It's not possible, so we're just gonna hear out the whole conversation here.
Yes, Douglas?
What?
The Koreans, they couldn't have. Douglas, I need to know the truth.
The truth. Did Oppenheimer know the truth? What about Roosevelt? Abe, truth is what we need it to be. And the truth is, we did the right thing.
What do you mean?
Proof of concept worked. It was ugly, sure, but it's over now.
You mean there will be peace?
Well, peace isn't something that just happens, Abe. It has to be enforced, just like in the old days. You know, sheriff wears a shield, sure, but he also wears a gun.
Gun?
That's right.
Oh my God.
And we can't have that gun falling into the wrong hands, can we now, Abe?
What are you... No!
My God, Fisher! Don't let Shetland escape!
Is he a target?
He's the target! Damn it, he's gone. There was no way you could have stopped him. Complete the rest of the mission. I'll see if we can track him.
That's
I
all your
heard
primary
something for a
objectives,
minute
Fisher.
there.
We can extract you at any time.
All right.
Well, we still have a mic to find here.
Here we observe the North American tree slug in its natural habitat. This voracious detrivore is considered by many to be simply a snail without a shell.
Hmm. This one, right? Yeah.
He's using smoke. Keep cool. We've been... Yeah, but I'm betting he has too. This is not good. Man down. Conscious. Get out here right now.
Where the fuck is this last phone at? All right, well, I'm going to pause it here, and I'm not going to take you through it anymore. Once I find it, though, I'll start from there. So, see you in a second. All right, folks. I didn't have to go very far. Apparently, it's in the room with the two lovebirds here. I honestly did not see the phone on the ground, but it is there. And then here's the...
That's the last microphone, Fisher. Otomo will be happy.
Otomo doesn't seem like the happy type.
Ah, it's just the old samurai Zan Shin. He's really nice in person.
I've heard people say the same thing about Lambert.
What does that mean? Lambert's nice.
How many of his ex-wives have you spoken to?
Oops. Why am I derping out right now? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I was like, that's wall space. So I think we just exfil the same way we came in. All right, so cancel. So we weren't able to abduct them. We were able to take out Shetland secondary objectives. We did retrieve all the bodies found. Whatever. Let's see, the NKA postal battery outside Pukori, North Korea. With Zerkasi dead and the world on the brink of war, it must be determined if the North Koreans intentionally launched a missile that sank the USS Walsh, or if the launch was forced by a Massey-enabled information warfare attack. Kicking open doors.
Today, Ambassador Long Dan announced Chinese support for the North Korean claim that they did not intentionally launch the missile that sank the Walsh.
We are monitoring these developments while continuing to seek a peaceful resolution. Make no mistake, the Chinese People's Republic will employ all means at our disposal to protect our interests in the Asian subcontinent.
Our intelligence estimates that the current number of Korean troops massed at the border runs as high as 200,000 men. Monty?
Montgomery Lewis, The Times. Do we know what the possible North Korean strategy will be if diplomatic efforts fail?
We've known for decades that the NKA would move to capture Seoul as quickly as possible, regardless of the cost. That is how our defenses are structured. But with the capital less than 40 miles from the border, and well within artillery range of the big guns, it is clear that war would be catastrophic in terms of damage done and lives lost.
Fisher, I know you think the shortest distance to solving this problem is to go after Shetland. You might be right. Unfortunately, the diplomatic situation surrounding the Walsh incident is not softening. We are less than 24 hours from open war on the Korean Peninsula. We've located the battery that launched the missile against the Walsh. If there is any credence to the North Korean claim that the launch was unintentional, we need to prove it, and fast.
I've been reverse engineering the data you recovered from Zerkasi's computer in New York. Zerkasi's algorithm is an advanced extrapolation of the mass kernels made infinitely more complex by recursion through Dvorak. I think that if you can access the BIOS memory of the missile launchers at the battery, I should be able to ID a fingerprint that the algorithm would have left on the system.
You'll be doing a halo insertion into a forest 2 clicks east of the battery. You'll enter the battery's secure perimeter and infiltrate via the main air shaft. The battery itself has been around since World War II, but intelligence and satellite imaging show it's been retrofitted several times since then. We have some limited mapping data. We don't know what you'll find.
Since the destruction of the Walsh, the USS Ronald Reagan has assumed CNC duties for the battle group in the Yellow Sea. Our fleet is on red alert. In case of war, we are prepared to conduct precision sorties against high-value targets aimed at reducing North Korean coastal defenses for insertion behind their advancing front. If intelligence indicates that the Koreans are picking a fight, then it's a fight they'll get. Anyone in that battery when the whistle blows better find himself a tin hat and a Bible.
Japanese ISDF has been instrumental in determining that the missile that sank the Walsh was indeed fired from this battery. You have the complete support of all branches of the Japanese self-defense force in order to determine the rationale for this insane move by the Korean aggressors. We do not have the capability to strike the facility directly, but ISDF will use any means at our disposal to interfere with their capabilities in the event that our great American allies are forced to declare war.
Stakes haven't been higher. Smoke grenades, airflow around, 5-stick cameras. Let's see, pistol, sticky camera, sticky shocker, flash grenades. Nope, we'll just be going with the stealth.
Fisher, it's starting to look like war is unavoidable. JCOS is asking all sources for current division-level intelligence.
So, besides stopping World War III, is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
The base commander should have up-to-date intel about NKA divisional strength down the Kaesong-Munsan approach.
I'll try to schedule an appointment with his secretary.
Fisher, since everyone is asking everyone for intel, I'd love to have a few chips at the big table.
What can I get you, Will?
Looks like this battery has repair and maintenance capability for mechanized warfare support. Any shipping or repair logs you can recover would be a big help.
I'll find what I can.
All right, guys. Well, that's fun. So, in our next episode, we will tackle North Korea. So, hey. I think we got 4 more missions. This one, and then 2, and then 1 on that, and then additional 1 more. So, all right. Well, that's all I got. So, until next time, friends, stay true to yourselves, follow your hearts, stay human, and we'll take it to North Korea in the next episode. Okay. Bye-bye.